the month of February, and we're doing all this stuff. All these things, all this stuff about today, and it's fine. Ugh. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Gonna have a good time and a good day, I think. And do what we can here to enjoy ourselves, sit back, relax. Hopefully, like, I don't know. Hopefully having my face cam on the lower section of the screen will be better. I don't know. I've been like debating about that for a while. Like what's better, face cam below or face cam above? I kind of feel like looking at it like this right now, like looking at my my screen and all that jazz. I kind of low-key am preferring the face cam above, so then that way that gets properly worked with. I don't know why, just says just something about it, you know, something about that format just resonates with me better. Yeah, I know. I don't know why. It just does. It just does. All right. Now we gotta do ourselves some feng shui in here. So we have to do a rework on this design here in an attempt to potentially bring about this in a new way. I mean, honestly, I'm just glad to have something to do, not gonna lie, because I think like a part of me was like very much prepared to, you know, not stream today, do literally nothing. And yeah, definitely thankful that I can at least have something to, you know, keep my brain going and hopefully have some good opportunities for some stuff here. I need to do a bunch of other bits and things, you know. All right, so I think for the moment we're gonna get rid of the live type because I think we're gonna have to probably modify this one around a little bit because I don't know, that one's gonna be a little dorky at the end of the day. I'm not really looking forward to that, so we're gonna have to be a little thought provocative. Provocative. Yes. All the provocativeness. Hello, welcome in. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. We're having a good time and a great day. Thanks for being here. We're just currently working out some things here. Kind of starting off a little bit on the slower end right now, but I dare say we're gonna have a opportunity to get some things done today. We got a lot of stuff done. I do need to do something with my things and my stuff. What was I doing? I had a plan and I completely oofed it. I oofed my own plan, ladies and gentlemen. Not a fan of what was going on there. All right, we're gonna leave those alone. Go over here. Gotta check up on this other segment of my list because I've got a lot of things on my list today. A lot of things on my list. Are you creating a picture? What's up? Good to see you, Jade. Hope you're having a good time and a great day. Am I creating a picture? No, I'm currently creating some stickers, and I have to do a couple of modifications to some designs. Basically, my art director has approached me today and said, hey, I need you to look at these two designs and rework them in some way, shape, and fashion. So I gotta kind of be inventive a little bit. So yeah, gonna try that out. Special request today. It might be a surprise, but I'm beyond the moon. You're beyond the moon? What'd you do? Is the song particularly awesome for yourself? Or you're just feeling good overall, which honestly, end of the day, hell yeah, Jade. Feel good, do good, you know? Feel good, do good. It's a celebration song? Nice. Well, in that situation then, since we're kind of in a bit more of the slower end of the world here today, let's do ourselves a quick little listen up in here, because we might as well, you know? If you know what I mean. Also, Jay, just want to say thank you, by the way, for sharing your works once again. Duncan, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. And Wrong Dandy, good to see you. Welcome back in. All right, chat. So today's show and tell song is made by our man here, Jade Vanity Gaming, over on the Twitch side of the world. And this song is known as 21 Inches of Heaven. Giggity. Now, but kind of curious what this song is about. We'll give it a go. And hell yeah. Thank you again, Jade, for sharing. See what the song's all about. I'm digging the opening so far.
8 pounds, 9 ounces of heaven.
21
inches of light.
Wait, is your baby born? Did the baby come out, Jade? Is this the song for the baby? Yes and yes. Hell yeah. No! Get back here, computer. How dare you? Hold up. Ah! There we go. I'm sorry. I do love me the rock ones. The rock ones are always my personal favorite. Nice. That is really fun. I like that. And also Octavia, a beautiful name. Beautiful name.
21 inches, but you hold my spine. Straighten a man who's lost his mind. Your tiny fingers wrapped around every fear I never said out loud. I made mistakes, I've walked through fire. Carried weight I thought would tire. But when I see you sleeping there, nothing else can compare. You don't know yet what this world can be. The beauty, the pain, the gravity. But I swear on every breath I take, you'll never walk it alone, not one day. You don't have to earn my love. You were born enough.
Hell yeah. Love that line.
Human form, my reason when my faith feels worn. If darkness ever calls your name, I'll stand in front of every flame. Octavia, Phoenix, Blake, you healed a man you didn't break. 8 pounds, 9 ounces, my heart remade. The day you came. fall, I'll teach you to rise. When you doubt, I'll remind your light. If you ever feel small or unseen, remember whose heartbeat you came from. You are my world in human form.
What's up, Judge? Good to see you. Welcome in.
Every waking morn. And if one day you walk away, chasing dreams I helped you make, Octavia, Phoenix, Blake, Phoenix child, forever brave. No matter how this life may change, you are my pounds, 9 ounces, 21 inches, and all of my heart.
That's really cool though, Jade. Also, when was Octavia born? Like, was it like last night? Was it a couple days ago? But again, though, super awesome for you and the family, by the way. And congratulations. Sunday morning at 12:44 a.m. Octavia couldn't give you an afternoon. She couldn't give you a dinner time. Nah, she gave you the ass crack in the middle of the night. Just like, yep, boom, I'm here. But right on though, Jade. Again, congratulations to you and the family. That's wonderful. That's amazing. I'm glad you guys were able to be blessed with something like that. That's super cool. And I hope you guys are able to give Octavia an amazing life as she deserves. And again, hell yeah. The OG bot is here. What's up, MR? Welcome in. Oh. Hell yeah. No, I those are really good lyrics though. I really like the lyrics in that one there, Jade. Like it took me a second. I was like 21 inches of heaven, and then the lyrics were very good because like I think it's a very fun like parent song, you know. It's a very fun like parental song to say, oh my god, boom, baby born, child existent. You're still grinding Warframe? Nice, Duncan. Hope you've been having fun with that. Hope you've been having fun with that adventure. Are you designing like a logo? MR, we're currently redesigning this design on screen right now. I currently am on a different monitor, kind of typing and checking with somebody like what they're looking for and like what the style of the design needs to be. And it's a bit of a back and forth right now, so yeah. You got the Wukong blueprint parts? Nice. That's awesome. I think you'll definitely enjoy Wukong if you like playing melee builds more. His ultimate's insane. His ultimate and his one, super cool. But no, that's really awesome though. Glad to see you're able to get a couple more progressions there. Also, Duncan, don't forget to do your mastery rank increases, so that way you can hopefully get some good progression on some stuff, you know. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gold now. Nice. Now you just gotta keep doing it every time you get enough of a leveling situation. So, hell yeah. Super cool. All right. I kind of want to do... Yeah, just kind of talking with someone here to hopefully get this all facilitated. But guys, I want to say happy Wednesday, by the way. Thank you guys all for being here tonight. And thank you guys again for last night. Last night we had a really nice day of Warframe. We got a lot of upgrades done, a lot of work. And very thankful, you know, thankful we got a lot of that stuff done. So oh lordy, hallelujah. Yeah, I have an idea of like what I want to do here to make this design. So I think we're gonna do, chat, is so to make this design kind of like less of a flat blah, we're gonna try to update with some color. Excuse me. We're gonna update with some good color, and then I'm gonna try to see about dinking around, because the person wants me to use a very particular style with this design. So much to my dismay, we're gonna work with what we are given. So, and it's fine at the end of the day. You know, we'll do what we gotta do, because we do what we gotta do, you know. All right, so they gave me a coloring thing here. So what I want to do real quick is we're gonna go over here, grab this guy, and we're gonna vectorize. Not enough memory. You can Sugma. What do you mean there's not enough memory? All right, we're gonna restart Illustrator, because Illustrator likes to pretend there's not enough memory in this computer, but it's like, bruh, I'm gonna need you politely to be better about that here, because we don't need you doing the lies and shenanigans, you know. So yeah, we're gonna restart Adobe Illustrator again, try to see if we can get this to be nice, beautiful, and amazing. So hopefully we'll get a good vibe out of this. So all right, so with this design, I think we want to kind of up the overall visual appeal here. So with this, I want to kind of go and change it up real fast. So we're gonna go ahead and I think we're gonna image trace. Nope, that's not what I want to do. And then we'll go high fidelity here. So what I want to do is I'm gonna change this up. So we're gonna take out the. We're still gonna use the overall visual appeal here. And we're gonna try something out, because I have an idea of like how I want this design to go. You gonna be my Valentine? I mean, if you say please, Bara, maybe. I can see myself becoming a Valentine for my community. All right, so then if we go like right here, group that, please. Oh man. Not only did you say please, but you said please. Sure. I'll be your Valentine. Okay. And then I want to go over to this location here. And we're going to go Sandy Beach. But you said yes to my mod. Well, to be fair, my mod's just been asking for longer. And they're also a mod, so. That was a test, you goblin cheater. Technically, you can have multiple Valentines. I am not monogamous in the Valentine market. That's called being possessive. That's called being possessive, dang it. I wonder if I could do. Let me try something here. I want to do a... I want to do like a bit of a thing here. I was gonna say, did I somehow actually like... Did I eyeball this circle? But no, there's... I definitely did not eyeball this circle correctly. All right, so let's go ahead and bippity boppity boom. Cheating isn't even cheating these days. That's not cheating, Bara. That's not even the definition of cheating. You can't cheat for Valentine's Day because it's an obligatory holiday. It's obligatory. You know what that means? It means I didn't cheat. Nor can I cheat. It's not marriage. All right. See, like, I don't like that. I like, well, starfish can be kind of like asymmetrical. Okay, here's what I want to do. I want to grab the texture from this. I want to grab the texture from this. And we're going to see about making this thing look nice. Like, I'm thinking like a nice, genuinely sandy beach. And then we're going to go ahead and reduce it down to like like 150 maybe, just for now. I work Valentine's Day and it's going to be chaos. Oh yeah, 100%. Cheater, liar, goblin, worker, streamer. Damn. Crazy. Being called a goblin streamer when I'm not even a goblin VTuber. The disrespect. All right, and 7. All right, and then what I want to kind of do here, draw Diddy. No. Fun fact, nah. Okay, and then what I'll do here is I'll go here, go there. Let that be a process. Diddy next? No. I have no need. I have no reason and no need to draw him. All right, let's. And then we're gonna pop that like right there, and then I'm thinking we'll do. I see you looking at chat. If I could delete any game, I would delete Roblox. You know, Black Pearl, that's 100% very fair. Very fair and reasonable. Reasonable for sure. Let's see. All right, let's see here. I think we're gonna go a darker kind of shade here, and then we'll reduce the opacity down to like maybe like 50%. Let's see. Think about it. No. Preferably not, ladies and gentlemen. He's not reading my comments. I've been reading your comments. What you talking about? I already said I'm not gonna draw a Diddy, so. Cause that's cringe. You know? That's kind of cringe. You can't pretend otherwise. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm thinking like a nice little like shiny starfish there, and then Epstein then? Nah. I'm just saying, if you tell me to draw someone cringe again, I might have to time you out for being cringe yourself. Don't you know? You know? Because why would you want those people drawn? Just saying. Kind of cringe. Don't think I won't do it. I'll do it. Would I rather the starfish be in the circle or out of the circle? Make the Warhammer 40k logo. No. Unfortunately, guys, I do not do random art requests, as I have no time to unfortunately do most of those types of requests to begin with. So yeah, I'm lame. I can only do my job. I can only do my art job right now. So yeah. All right, put you there. I'm trying to think. I kind of want to do this. But I want to do like slight, like go brown and then like 50% on that. Maybe? I don't know. But yeah, I'm not an art streamer that just does random requests. I have an actual job that I have to do. So a lot of times you'll see me. What are you doing, Cat? You'll see me just do mostly requests I need to work on. So you don't listen to me specifically. Well, because what you're asking for is something that I can't do. I mean, I don't listen to anybody, you know. I don't listen to anybody when it comes to art requests. So, yeah. It's not you, it's me. All right. And then I want to kind of see about getting some seashells. I kind of want to get some like seashells. Can we see your dog? My dog is currently sleeping, actually, so I don't know where he even is. He's just kind of chilling. He's kind of just doing his own thing right now. He's very good at that. He's very good at doing his own thing, which admittedly, I do appreciate. Can you draw myself? I can't draw people. I cannot draw people. So, by technicality, am I cringe then? Yes. I cannot draw myself, therefore I am cringe. That is just how it goes. Look behind me. It's Shredder! Where? I kind of like the idea of this, like, starfish being a bit more, like, vibrant and in your face a bit more. I'm kind of thinking, like, what if we do a oceanic blue? I wonder if a gradient would be a good idea here. Let's do a radial blue. So on this one, I think we're gonna go blue, but like borderline whitish blue. And then we'll follow that up with a more of a darker. There's something on my shoulder. It was pain. There's something on your face. It was pain. This is a spider. You know, if that's how I die, that's how I die. You know, that's how I go out. You know, a huge one. Crazy. You know, that's just how it goes. You know, the natural order of life. There's something on my head. It's called hair. Ooh, I like that actually. The blue and the orange really kind of like pops it out a bit better. I think what I might do here is I'm gonna scoot the blue outward a bit more. Just so like there's like a very faint, like little thing here. And then I think what I'm gonna do for this, I think like for this outer edge, I wanna do like a really good dark blue. What happened to my hairline? Age, stress, other things. I kind of want to incorporate the seashells again though, because like I don't mind the visual look here, but let's put you above here. Whoa, let's put you above here for now. Hide that away. Let's do this. What happened to your hairline? Oh yeah, I think I already answered that. But there'll be 7 planets after I destroy Uranus. Damn. Is that a bloodstain on my wall? Oh, this little thing? That's tape. That's tape on my wall. I was trying to patch together the body that I hid behind the wall. I didn't do a very good job because I'm not a contractor. This little thing right here? Yeah, that's evidence. Don't worry, chat. The evidence is not there. Okay. So I do like the way this looks so far, but I kind of feel like I need to do a bit of a modification here. So we're gonna put this like over here for now, and then I kind of want to go a better format of a font, something that kind of helps with the legibility of this while also still maintaining like the theme of an oceanic look. My phone's at 5%. Can you please charge it to 100 to 1,000,000? No. I think your phone deserves a break. You've taken in too much brain rot. Your phone needs to be freed from the shenanigans of your search history. This is always the part that I dislike about making like modification designs, is just the I always don't like having to figure out like the font situation. I managed screen time of 3 hours. Damn, I hope your parents take away your phone soon then. Because you need to be free from the technology. Meanwhile, I have an average screen time of 18 hours. Well, maybe not 18, but like 12. Actually, now that I think about it, it's not even a meme. I actually do have an average screen time of like 10 to 12 hours at least. So it's like, great. We're over here. We're burning our retinas. One day, I need to get some blue light glasses again. Those were good. I really enjoyed having blue light glasses. They were preferred thing at the end of the day. All right, so we're gonna go over here and then let's go beach themed fonts. Just to kind of like really make it like simplistic and basic. I don't know how else to really go about it, but do not process my account for me. I want to opt out the sale. Yes. I mean, I'm not even signed in to begin with, so you can Sogma. Let's see. I don't think we want to go cursive font. Oh, I can delete any game. Roblox. That so far has been 2 Roblox. Also, Wyatt, good to see you, by the way. Welcome in. Why do I feel like I want orange lemonade? It's not a bad font idea, but give it a gander, give it a look-see. See how it looks. All right, let's do. Well, let's go ahead and do this real quick here. We're gonna go orange lemonade. Boom. And let's just go Myrtle Beach. Oh, there's no dot. Are you serious? Bruh. When was the last time I punted a child? I have never done that. And again, be mindful of the cringy comments you make, you know? Like, not like, obviously, an L of a meme attempt, but I'm just saying, you know? But try to be mindful of what you do and how you decide to try to make random comments, you know? All right, so I thought this font was gonna be cool. Not a really good result at the end of the day. I was kind of hoping for something a little bit better. I don't want script. Yeah, we don't really want. Oh. Huh. Weird. I can tell you're pretty old by the way you talk. I mean, I'm almost 30, but I also don't have the brain cells of a thumb-sucking 4-year-old, so just saying, you know, I'm not gonna be like, haha, 6, 7, like all those like yes, believe it or not, I'm an adult. Ho ho. Imagine. Couldn't it be me? Ooh. Potentially. Have a nifty little one right there. Pressure? It's not even that I'm older, you know? It's just like I have common sense not to let certain things change how I am. You know? That's truly and genuinely all there is to it. All right, let's go fresher. All right, and now, all right, let's try this again here. So we're gonna go. Now from that dance, I know you're my grandpa. Oh, yep. How are the dinos? Oh, you know, they're pretty epic. You know, I rode a T-Rex to high school every day. And my best friend got jumped by a stegosaurus one time. It was pretty intense. Wasn't the best day ever, but you know, I got to keep his rock. I got to keep the rock that he slept under. Dying from cringe. Oh yeah, it's great. Also, Socks, good to see you, by the way. Don't die from cringe. Make sure you you maintain your livelihood. Yeah, no. Let's do South Carolina. Nope. South Carolina. All right, so then we'll pop that around there. Can you please play Thick of It? It's a good song. Unfortunately, I don't play song requests either, mostly because number one, it could be copyrighted. Number two, I have certain music that I like to try to use during my my art streams to help me focus more. But every so often we do have like occasional song requests. So you ate that dinosaur, exploded after he ate Nico's friend because they were stinky. Damn. The game you live for is Roblox. That's 3 for Roblox. Right on. So it looks like this community is choosing to delete Roblox. Good for them. I feel like the font. Good. What's up, Thomas? Good to see you, by the way. Welcome in. Also, where did my chat box go? Oh wait, it's because I forgot. I reverted my my chat box to be above. There we go. All right. Excuse me. All right. Water bottle. Found it. I found my water bottle, chat. But yeah, guys, I think what I'm going to try to do is I think I'm going to try to keep face cam streams mostly to our art stuff. Then followed by, then we'll follow up with like our model stuff during our gaming streams, because I found that like I can keep a pretty good lighting situation with my art streams, but then my gaming streams, the lighting's a little bit harder to keep consistent. So I'll probably just do models during the probably just do model work. I kind of like that brown though. You look 380 degrees from your old face, you know? What? You look 380 degrees from your old face, you know? You know, if with age comes wisdom. With age comes wisdom and other stuff. Ah, my old face, yes. I mean, To be fair, the biggest change I know that I've had compared to my old face cam content is I've grown out my hair. The lighting is significantly better than when I last used my face cam. And then I think I just take a little bit better care of myself in comparison to my old face cam days. So, oh dear God. My cat just plummeted herself into the door. God. I'm remembering that group. Wait. U-Chain and a Stray. I want to Rickroll too. Nice. Love the name. I'm remembering that group that I was in WW2. The jaw was sharper? I don't think it was sharper. I think it just the angle was weirder. It's funny. I looked at like some of like my old face cam footage a couple days ago, and I do not like the way that I used to look, chat. I had such a bad, horrible method of look, you know? Can you show us a cat? She's sleeping though. Like one of them's right here. You know, this little bundle of gray is her. She's currently taking an epic dirt nap, so yeah. And yes, I am wearing a blanket, chat, of my VTuber. Because I can. Can't stop me. Can't stop it. Alright, anywho. Better texture, honestly. Nice setup and blanket. Yep. The blanket out here be proper. The blanket do be good. Let's see. Seashells on the beach. I wonder. Ooh, actually, yeah, hold up. I have an idea, chat. We're gonna grab this vector real fast here, and we're gonna see about doing this. And I kind of want to attempt something here a little bit different than I'm used to doing. Am I married? I am. Yes, I have the ring. Happily married. you don't ask. What do you mean don't ask? I love talking about my wife. What do you mean? All right. All right, so here's what we gotta do here. We gotta go into this. 200 points. My wife. I know, I love. It's my favorite thing in the world to say, chat. My wife. Oh, it's a pattern. Okay, I was like very confused as to like how the hell this is working. All right, hold up. Shape, expand. Let's see if I can do this here. Never mind, my mind gone to another world. Fallout 76 must be deleted forever from reality. Ooh, 76, huh? Zellifer, why would you want to delete Fallout 76? Is it just because like you don't vibe with the game anymore, or you think it's just an abomination to the series? I've never really done much with 76. I know that it exists and I know it's just there, but here we go. Okay, cool, we got it. If I crack an egg on your head, it'd be cool. You know, it'd be kind of nifty. Because it's terrible and it slowed down good Fallout content from being made. You know, honestly though, fair. Very, very, very fair. I'd believe it, you know? I'd believe that statement. That they messed around with making stuff. I mean, now they're making like a Fallout 4 remaster, which admittedly I liked Fallout 4 because Fallout 4 was like the first Fallout that I actually like played to completion. So hasn't played the game. We still don't have New Vegas on the Switch. Crazy. Crazy, bro. All right, we're gonna go here, compound release. All right, let's, for the moment, do this. Yeah, I think I played like Fallout 76 for like a couple hours, and I just couldn't get into it. Like as a Fallout MMO, it definitely just felt different from what I personally was willing to, you know, do as a person. So it was very curious little game, I will say. Not saying it's not worth its investment. I'm pretty sure many people have had a lot of fun with it, you know. All right. I think the best way I can do this is do this, do that. And then we're going to compound path release. Why? All right, let's make you like white for right now. Okay, so looking at this, why are there so many seashells that have not been... Actually, I might be able to do something here. What if I do... Just gonna ungroup everything here. Do I drink alcohol? I do not. I don't like alcohol. It's not because I can't, just because I just don't like it, you know? It doesn't really come about as a fun thing to drink for me. The fact moving is tied to frame rate, resulting in it looking at the ground as the optimal way to play, which means you have to... Oh yeah, I've tried alcohol plenty of times. Play a ton of 76, has a ton of content, gets regular updates, can play with friends. You don't have to play with anyone if you want the solo experience. Public events, and Bethesda has been working on remasters more than anything, so another new Fallout title wasn't going to happen anytime soon. Honestly, I do agree to that to a pretty fair extent. Like, I think Bethesda really wants to hyper commit to their remaster decisions and remaster plans, because like right now I feel like they just don't feel like gamers want new content as much. Skyrim 12, oh yeah, nothing like having a remastered Skyrim again just to say that they did, you know. Honestly, the funny thing is I could 100% see them doing another Skyrim before they give us a new Fallout title. Well, didn't they do a Fallout London or something? Because like I feel like they totally did like a Fallout. I totally feel like they did a Fallout, but in like London area or something. I would rather have New Vegas remaster over 76. It's a mod. Oh, okay, gotcha. Is it live? Yes, troll. It is live. And to prove it, hi, troll. Boom. I don't know why people say that, where it's like, oh my god, it's a pre-recorded stream. It's like, what do you mean pre-recorded? how do you, I don't know how people do that, honestly. I don't know how streamers just willingly do that, where they just go and stream on like pre-recorded content. Like that to me is like the most like L way to be a streamer, you know? Don't you have to put it in the title if it's a rerun? I mean, on Twitch, technically they have the rerun feature where you can just type in a thing and say it labels it as a rerun. Although when it comes to like YouTube, I don't know the rules on that. I don't know. Some channels streaming AI, man or woman. I mean, I'm a man, so. Reading your nickname, etc. I mean, you know, to each their own, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would like to think that not everyone's that lazy, but then again, I have been horribly wrong before. If I delete a game, it'd be Genshin Impact. Damn, gonna get rid of all the gonna destroy the Japanese economy with the loss of with all that loss of stuff. Roblox is another good one just to save the kids. Just for the children. For the children. All right, let's do this here. No, it creates the most amount of femboys and stuff. Honestly, any like I feel like there's a lot more games that do that better than Genshin. Nobody ever thinks of the children. God. Genshin had a very toxic community. I mean, I think like Genshin's like one of those communities where like as long as you genuinely I think as long as you don't take into account like how people I think as long as like, with Genshin, as long as you stay away from like the online segment of it, where it's like you get away from the meta chasers, the gooners, like Genshin's got a really cool game. It's literally like one of those things where it's the online community that ruins it for everybody else. That's really what it is, Shay. It's the online community that ruins it for everybody. Okay. Now, what I want to kind of do here is I want to incorporate an idea just to see if it's like worth my time and or my effort, because if so, great. There's a potential here about that, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, it's absolutely a decent gacha game. Oh yeah. I mean, like I feel like most online games either have a goated community or a toxic community. There's very few games, in my opinion, that are like genuinely in the middle, right? Because like Destiny 2. For me, Destiny 2, fantastic game, super fun. The community, toxic, horrible, because you've got meta chasers, you've got people who are all about the like people who pay to win, or who sell their soul to the devil just for whatever. League of Legends, prime example. You know, any of the MOBA games, you know, you've got people who are meta chasers, people who no life the game, and that's why I usually turn off communications when I play those types of games. You know, like most online multiplayer based communities typically have garbage communities. Most of them. Like Warframe for me is probably the one game online wise that I think has a really amazing community. You know, Rocket League has the most toxic community. You know, Rocket League's pretty intense. Again, any competitive game, I turn off voice chats, I turn off chat bots. I prevent any possible way for anyone to communicate with me in online games, because I have no time, effort, or desire to deal with that level of like shenanigans and tomfoolery. Because it genuinely is. It is tomfoolery, ladies and gentlemen. Like, it makes no sense why people just act the way they do in those environments. What's up, Vibes? Good to see you. Welcome in. Warframe is thankfully not quite as mainstream as others, which lets it fly under the radar. You know, I think honestly, it's one of those things where the reason why Warframe's not as toxic is because, you know, the majority of the people who would make it a problem have either departed from the game respectfully, or, you know, they have, like, they kind of got, like, shut out from people trying to, you know, make the game all about them. But yeah, Vibes, the reason why we're changing from, we went from VTuber to face cam again is because, February, I've been trying to work on being better about, ooh, muscle. Ooh, there's a twinge right in my lip. Ow. Ow. But yeah, I want to try to find more ways to justifiably do more content with my face cam in order to, you know, better my own self-esteem whenever I do certain types of content. Facecam makes sense for art streams to me. You know, that's what I thought about as well, Zelifer. That's what I've been kind of, I've had a couple people mention that, where like face cams are just better. Cause like, I think what it is that because art streams are not nearly as like high octane, high energy all the time, you know, I think that for the most part, face cams are better because at least this way, I'm a bit more motion based. You know, I'm a bit more motioned when I'm doing art streams more, so you guys can actually like see what I'm doing physically. Because I talk with my hands a lot. I talk with my hands a whole lot. And also like my morning time, my lighting with like my personal light over here, and then of course my freaking death beam window over here, like it's just better for my face. Now granted, at night it's not as good because I can't really get the lighting to be as consistent, and plus also cars. But yeah, I think what I might try to do for myself is that I think I'm gonna probably try to keep face cams to art streams and then the model to gaming streams. Yeah, just for funsies, you know. Art doesn't animate and we don't need to watch it as often, so being able to look at you move while you talk flows. Yeah, I agree with that, Zelifair. Thank you very much. By the way, thank you for the words, because like I said, I really do want to figure out a better way to make this stuff work, you know. So if you could reset your life, would it be the cool unk or the guy who has kids and love his life? What? If you could reset your life, would you be the cool unk or the guy who has kids and loves his life? I mean, currently in this timeline, I'm on the path to being the cool unk right now. So Hawaii's having another eruption. Damn, that's crazy. Unfortunate for them. Hopefully it's not too bad. They've been having one. Damn. Just kidding. Crazy. My answer would be both. Both is good. You know, honestly, fair. Like, I would probably lean in more towards being the cool unk, but, you know, if life came to it, chat, and I ever became a father, you know, it'd be kind of wild. Like, the day that I become a father, chat, is the day that I would, like, figure out how to be a content creator and a father still. Like, that would be really insane. That would be insane for me. You can be a father and an unk. That is true. My wife is a part of a large family. Therefore, I can be the cool unk eventually. So that's just having a kid and a brother with kid. Yeah. Eventually. Okay. Low key. Let me try something here. I want to do a thingy here. I'm thinking like a nice small inner thing here. I don't mind it, I feel like the seashells are too prominent or they're too over the top. So maybe reduce it to like 70%. Huh, well, that's not happening. It's hilarious watching generalism balance being your Mr. Mom. Wait. It's hilarious watching journalism balance being Mr. Mom and a Tarkov player. Oh, so, you know, that's another thing too. Like, I always, like, for the longest time, chat, I used to always think that the moment you had a child, General Sam. Okay, my apologies. I couldn't read the thing. General Sam. It's a name. Gotcha. General Sam, balance being Mr. Mom and a Tarkov player. You know, Tarkov I would love to try one day. I would love to, like, actually attempt Tarkov. Even though I'm terrified of Tarkov. Genuinely. But no, like, I remember, like, when I first started streaming for the longest time, I used to believe that the moment you had a child or the moment you had to, like, you know, mantle up for that take in that responsibility, like, your life as a content creator was going to be on, like, a hardcore stop, you know? Like, you weren't, like, there was, like, no genuine way to balance being a parent but also being a full-time creator. Now, obviously, that has since gone way out the window. That has gone way out the window. But, you know, I feel like a lot of people are doing really good at learning how to be proper, responsible, and involved parents while also still being active creators. Because, like, now, like, more and more as I get a little bit, like, longer into my YouTube career of trying to become a better YouTuber, I've been chipping away at how long and how often I stream, because making content like YouTube shorts and long form videos has given me better reach than trying to be a full-time streamer. You know what I mean? Do I know who Technoblade is? Yes. Rest in peace. So, but yeah, but, like, one of the biggest things for me is that, like, I've come to this, like, general analogy, right? Where when I make a series of YouTube shorts, chat, like, actually, case in point, perfect example right now. So, like, we look at the shorts that I published on Monday, I think it was. So, chat, on Monday I published these 4 shorts. 4.2, 1.1. This one I kind of messed up on. I might have to re-upload this guy. And then 1.3. Chat, that's almost 4, 5, 6. That's almost 7,000 people found my content in a single day of just posting shorts from a 4-hour stream. Like this Warframe thing, a 4-hour stream. And even then, like if I were to go back to this, you know, let's see, 2.7, 9.3, so that puts it at 12,000, 12,000, 13, 6, or 17, 18, 19. Like, chat, this is almost 20,000. This is almost 20,000 people have found my content from a 4-hour stream that I did on Twitch on, like, Sunday. And then I spent 2 or 3 hours making these into shorts, and then boom, more reach. And I've gotten, like, I think, like, 30 plus subscribers from these, like, 7 shorts. It's that easy. It's that simple. You know, like that, like, the biggest thing that I've been, like, learning recently is, how about instead you drink water? Imagine. Like, at the end of the day, like, I've been able to connect with more people on stream with, like, my shorts compared to actually doing live streams, which is something that has kind of been a little bit of a harder pill to swallow. Because, like, for myself, ladies and gentlemen, I stream a lot. And I'm still learning how to make content. I'm still learning how to make videos and how to like make proper thumbnails that can actually like be given a fair degree of like engagement, you know? I have zero content with your Warframe, and yet I still liked that short. Hell yeah. Thank you, Zella. Appreciate that. And thank you. And for anyone who watches our shorts, thank you guys all for, you know, liking the shorts, because the more likes that we receive, the more YouTube kind of pushes them out. And honestly, like completely side thing, I am shooketh. Not shooketh. I am just, I can't believe it how sometimes the most random game like Warframe, I haven't had these numbers in streams since I covered Silksong. You know, like almost every single Warframe stream, every single Warframe video that I've done has been over like 10K, or at least like 3K, you know? And I still want to cover more games like Cult of the Lamb. I still want to do more content of, but like Warframe has been treating me really, really well. Warframe has treated me very well. And I've learned, and I finally have learned like what format works the best. My brother gets it when he streams random games. Hell yeah. But like, I've learned a lot that like, you know, my face doesn't do as good.
It's just that you play peak games on both streams and shorts.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Pickle. I appreciate that. You've also hard pushed your VOD and short form content. You also play games that are tailored towards that content. You don't play streamable games compared to clippable streams. That is fair. And like when I've also noticed too, like my face cam does not do as well when it comes to being a short, you know? And granted, I'm still gonna do short form content of my art streams, because like my art streams typically are more discussion based. Like I have really fun conversation starters in my art streams, and then like when I've done like face cam streams of games, not nearly as good as I would like, you know? And yeah, but that was a switch you made a couple of years ago. You were more of a co-op person a few years ago, and it also burnt yourself out with the art stuff and the giveaways. Ugh, yeah. No, Thomas, I think you're on genuinely honors. Thomas, you are most likely the only active member of our entire community on all platforms that was around back when we did the art stuff, like the more frequent art things, the independent thing, the giveaways especially. And like I think what kind of like made me kind of take a step away from all of the art stuff. How tall am I? I'm 5'11", 5'10", probably, give or take. I think what made me step away from like the co-op stuff is that like, although I enjoy doing more co-op based things, it just came to the problem where the people that I was co-oping with were either like not as engaging when I did streams, or they just didn't have, it was really hard to make content with them, you know? Like right now I have a good little docket of people that I will love to collaborate with, because they're either good vocally, they're good quality, everything else, or they have a community that I can intermingle with, you know? And I've also just had such a big desire just to have like very specific content in mind, that doing collaborative stuff doesn't always pan out properly. Oh, by the way, guys, speaking of collabs, I am going to be doing a collab tomorrow with a friend of mine. We're going to be playing a game known as Aloft. I think it's how you spell it. This one. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna be playing this game tomorrow on stream. I'm really excited to give it a try. It looks like a hella cozy game. Very different, very nifty. It's a survival crafting game from what it looks like, and you know, you got a really cool bunch of like nifty islands. So we're gonna be trying that game with our friend Potatum, and Should be kind of fun. Should be fun. The forest, but less horror and more cute. Yeah. And you can like, you know, fly islands around, which is pretty cool. So, I'm very curious to see how this is gonna be, you know. It should be really, really fun, really cute for it. So, yeah. It is an early access title, but honestly, for like 25 bucks, not a bad time. Not a bad time at all. If Skyward Sword was a survival game, yeah. Can you search up Technoblade? You'll find something. I know who Technoblade is, Vibes. I know who Technoblade is. Why are we not? Ooh. That actually unintentionally added some nice little textures there. On YouTube, again, Vibes, I know who Technoblade is. He's the Pigman YouTuber that unfortunately passed away. I think he passed away to cancer. If I remember, I think he passed away due to cancer, which is a horrible, horrible problem, horrible thing to have. So. Okay, so. Getting that to be about there. Yeah, because like I know yes, I know Technoblade. Yeah, like, yeah, he's there. So, no, YouTube will do something special for him. I am Steve. But yeah, definitely a big old things there. It says, "Did you mean Technoblade never dies?" Yeah. So like they have, like they're basically like they're promoting his Minecraft animated movie. So. Unfortunately, I was never really into the Minecraft YouTubers growing up. So, you know, respectfully, you know, Technoblade doesn't have like a special place in my heart. Like I know of his existence, but I never watched Technoblade. And again, you know, respect to him and his name, but I never really watched any of his content growing up. A cat? Oh my God. Oh my God, cat. Why? How do you do this? How do you always like sit on the worst combination of wires? Like my cat over here, like literally like just putting her whole butt just into my cables. Like, Miss Ma'am. Miss Madam. All right, now then. So the problem with this is, ooh, wait, I have an idea. What if, oh, I just had an idea. Growing up, they weren't a thing I watched more, so now I watch Minecraft people, a lot of Captain Sparkles, and several people from Hermitcraft. You know who Dream is? Yes, I do, Vibes. I know of Dream. Like, I know of, like, most, like, literally, I know of the, like, viral slash the big names in most sections of content creation. But, I obviously don't know everybody, so. Let's see. Ocean Shore. Gina got Shane to keeping his mask on. You know, that was actually like one thing I will say was a little bit disheartening. Was like, you know, like that's like the biggest thing, like when it comes to like people who end up being like known as creators who are, you know, admittedly like faceless. Because like faceless creators have to make that really big decision early on where it's like, hey, do you keep your mask on or do you showcase it and, you know, risk it for the biscuit? And, you know, a lot of creators, unfortunately, kind of, you know, bite it, and they take a lot of creators do bite it. But that's your thing, don't break the immersion. Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I've been a face cam for many years prior to being a VTuber, and, like, you know, a lot of, like, our newer audience, some people prefer the face. Some people don't like the VTuber models at all. You know, some people are very, very verbal about it. But again, though, it's one of those things where you gotta appreciate it when you can. All right, chat, here's what we're gonna do. What I want to try to do here is I want to try to do something with this. So we're gonna go haha, and then we're gonna go reduce it down to 100 points. Now I might. Have you showcased your first model anytime recently? My big model or like the first model? First model, I deleted that. I deleted that model from existence. I refuse to allow that model to even be on into the void. Oh yeah, 100%. Like, the only way you're gonna know that that model existed is if you go back years into the Discord. Yeah, that model is not ever going to be that model is never going to be given the light of day ever again. So, and I mean that in the most disrespectful way possible, because I refuse to acknowledge that model's existence sometimes. Thanos snapped 100%. Yeah, so for the backstory, for those who do not know anything about what I'm talking about, so as you guys have seen, I have my 2 VTuber models that admittedly I don't use one of them as much as I could, but I also have my chibi model. Well, fun fact, I guess you could also, oh, you've got to be kidding me. What do you mean I'm not signed into this? It's Twitter. What do you mean, brother? Hold on. What do you mean, brother? H. What was my... Read the chat. You wouldn't read the answer to the chat, so hope you never get famous. I mean, I'll read the chat regardless, you know. Sometimes, you know, sometimes there are moments that I'm not going to be able to read them because I'm always doing something else. So I always ask you guys to please do your best to be respectful. If I miss your message, don't be a whiny baby about it. Either at me, retype it in, or wait for me to finish my current thing. And also, Vibes, I appreciate your opinion, although I do personally disagree with it. I would like to make a new model, but I just do not have the funds to, I do not have the funds to do that, you know? Because I would love to make a newer model at the end of the day. I would love to make a new model, but that costs money and time, especially. Oh my god. Freaking Twitter is so stupid. Twitter just does not make sense sometimes. Like, meh. Apparently this thing does not love me. Hold on, apparently I have to do something stupid. There's something on your chin. Yes. It's called a bug bite. Got bit pretty bad, actually. All right. Incorrect. Kiss my ass. It's not incorrect. Ow. I forgot a number. That's what I did wrong. Come on. Let me in. Let me in! I changed the password. I forgot it. Okay, there we go. It took me a million years, but we got it. Okay, now then. Now that I can actually show you guys what I'm talking about here. So, as you guys know, this is my Twitter. And We of course have Big Bro model is what we are unofficially calling it. Big Bro model doing his thing. If I was to have like, if I was to get like maybe like another, like if I had like $500, I would go and get this model re-rigged. Like new bones, new things in general, and mostly fix the face. The face is the one thing that I want that model to be properly adjusted for. Like the torso, I'm not too sad about that. But like if I had the money, I would rework this model to attemptively, you know, better facial expressions and motion. Otherwise, it would be perfect. And then of course, shall we have the fan favorite for the majority of you guys, which is the chibi model. And what I like about the chibi model is that like it's flowy, it's motioned, and you know, overall for the most part, it is it's very nice, you know. And I know some people are kind of with the model, but I like it because it's cute, it's flowy, it looks nice, and it's nice. It's overall pretty good. Just gotta wait for the guy who donates a fuck ton just to see your reaction. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like if someone ever donated enough money for me to get either a new model or a revamped version of the Big Bro model, I would ask them what they would want to be dedicated to the model. Like I would literally add in an Easter egg to that person for that model. Like if it's like an earring, a chain, or like a symbol on the model, then oh yeah, I would do something to help commemorate them as a major thank you. Because like I'm a creator that does not have access. It feels like a wrong way to say it. I'm a creator who is not blessed to have individuals who are like, hey, you look like you want a thing. Here's money. And it's like, oh, damn. All right then. And you know, like, and I would feel bad if someone ever did that to me, because I don't know what I would do if I suddenly was given a large lump sum of funds just to do my VTuber stuff in a new fashion. Like, in all honesty, chat, if I could control what new model I would want to get, like I would love to revisit and get a new version of the Big Bro model, because like to me, chat, the Big Bro model is to myself iconic because it was my first real model that I loved and adored. It's got the visual aesthetics that I want. It just was stiffer than I would care for. And I would want to do a more expressive face at the very minimum, you know? Like I don't need the model to like go like wiggling all around, you know? Get Suri as artist? Fuck. Yeah. That shit clean. Oh yeah, no, she is a fantastic model. Like it would probably, like if I had to get a brand new model with the quality that I would want to earn or obtain, it would probably cost around $3,000 USD for me to get a new model to the level that I want, which obviously nowhere near gonna have that stuff happen. Like that the level of throwaway money that some people have is insane. But again though, I would love to do like a donathon one day where it's like donations towards this goal increases the stream timer for longer and longer events, which would be really fun. You know, it'd be really cool to have that kind of event happen. But yeah, I would love to do like a new style. Like let me look at person in SFW preferably. But yeah, like I would think like for me, I would love to do kind of like a fun, like I would love to lean in a little bit more on the cyberpunkish sort of deal, because like I would love to get something nicer, you know? What if they demanded that you make the shit model with the money, God, Nope, that's not what I wanted to happen. Thanks, game. I said SFW and you gave me that. Awesome. Thankfully they were censored, but also, ugh. God, that did not need to happen. Wait, why did it go NSFW? Punk ass. What? How the hell did, why did it? I'm so glad there wasn't an actual like penis on the screen because oh my God. Anyway, Christ. But yeah, if I was to get a new style of a model or a new style of artwork, let's see. Tron artwork. Like, I would love to still maintain the Tron color aesthetics, you know, because there's a lot of like really cool, there's a lot of like really cool ideas and colorations, you know. I don't know. Just something along the lines of like, just like a really cool, like somewhat simplistic style. Like even something along like these lines, you know, where it's like the more, like a more of a hoodie based situation. Like I would adore that. I'd be down with it, you know, like something along like this, you know. You could do ancient Chica style. I don't know if I know what that is. Oh, like Legend of Zelda stuff. Okay. I was like trying to think like, what the hell? Yeah, just kind of just something to have like a little bit more fun of a visual. And you know, like another thing too is like the other day I had this like really weird concept of like, if I could change up my model type, what would I want to do? And like my brain, for some reason, visualized, for some reason my brain was visualizing the idea of like becoming like a jester or something again. Like not necessarily like changing like my model, but like changing like the theme of it all. Which again, like I have a lot of things that I go through on a daily basis whenever it comes to like, you know, like what would I want to do with my model or my characters overall. And again, there are people out there who are a little bit too adamant when it comes to like how models and how streamers should look, you know. Hi Beauty, good to see you, welcome in. Gonna go full tingle. Come on, Peter Tingle. How are you? Doing pretty good today, Beauty. We're currently working on some redesign work tonight. Nothing over the top, honestly. We're just trying to see about what I can do here about making this artwork a little bit more stylized and different, because this was the original style of the artwork, you know, very minimalist, but also in my opinion kind of pretty. And we have draft A over here, which I don't mind, but I kind of feel like I can do a little bit better. So I've been trying to consider like what can I do to make this design not so weird looking to me. But yeah, it's right now we're just doing a lot of drafting ideas because I don't really have a set plan, but I do want to get some more contrast, you know. There's just nothing. I got bit by a wasp 3 times, and the 3rd time was an executioner wasp. Crazy. Maybe the shell's on the beach. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go ahead and we're gonna delete segments of this. So yeah, we'll delete y'all from there. But then, like, the problem is, like, now we, let's see. I don't mind it, but also, because, like, the issue I have with the right one here is that the shells are almost too predominant, and, like, the beach just doesn't really help with the beach does not help with me trying to get that to be nicer. All right. I want to do kind of I want to see if I can get a way to get some better contrast as well, because, like, right now, the biggest issue I'm gonna have here is I don't have a set concept or idea right this moment. And I think I really do want to try to get a better visual contrast about this, because, like, I like the composition of the new starfish personally. And then it kind of, like, peeking out of the circle, I think adds a bit more funness to it. But maybe I cut the seashell presence in half and just remove, like, some of them, not all of them, but just a few. So we're gonna give that a go here. We're gonna delete some of these. We're gonna delete some of these seashells in order to hopefully invoke some degree of a style to it. Basically, I don't want to make the beach so over the top. Why are there 2 layers? That's what's been confusing me this whole time. It's like, why are there 2 layers? All right, and there we go. Okay, cool. So yeah, I want to get rid of a couple seashells just to kind of bring about a nifty little potential for change. Nope. There we go. And then I will get rid of you. Yeah, just to kind of like bring in a little bit more randomness, honestly. I think the randomness will help with the intention here. I do want to kind of move these around a bit more. That's gonna be the case. So we'll put you like right up there. Put you of that. Put that there. Make you erased. Nope, damn it. I keep like accidentally grabbing the stuff. Hopefully not in public, damn. Well, now we're kind of running into the issue of like now the space is just not getting filled out right, which admittedly kind of sucks. Again, I don't mind with the direction I'm going in right now, but I do want to kind of figure out what the hell's going on here. Okay. I think, like, for some reason, like, I like the less seashells going on that beach top there. So a good contrast for orange. I mean, the blue and the orange is great, is amazing contrast. However, the sandy beach, however, is not my favorite. The sandy beach, however, is not my favorite. I wonder if I could maybe do something a little funky here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into here. We're gonna go into this guy. And I wanna see about doing a thing. So let's grab you. And then we're gonna reduce the opacity down to like 20% mark. And then we're gonna make this thing a pretty dark brown. Like, I kind of want to make the beach a little darker so that the shells and the starfish can come out nicer. Although the problem is now is that you can't really tell it's a beach. It just is like a really oddly brown circle. So I gotta like figure out like the right shade. Should you sleep or watch stream? I mean, you can do whatever you wish, you know? You can, of course, watch the stream and just be in the background. Or, you know, watch the VOD when you're done. As there will always be a VOD. You look at the, ooh, potentially partially buried. You know, I like that a lot, actually. I like that a lot. So what we can do here then, lock that down, grab this. Not that though. Grab an eraser tool. Yeah, I like that a lot actually. That's a pretty nifty idea right there. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, that will be kind of fun. So then we can go. I think what I'm gonna need to do here is I'm gonna need to go into these guys, and I'm probably gonna need to add like a slight. I need to add like a very small, very subtle, very subtle, very small, just a little thing here, like, and then. Why are you not as shiny? Interesting. Okay. So yeah, I really do like that idea, Zelfer. Like it's got some good opportunities there, and I think it has some really fun little potentials there. So then what we'll do here is we'll go right there in the back, up one, and then we're just gonna do this, and then we're gonna attach a little itty bitty thing there in an attempt to hopefully not be too over the top. Oh, I completely forgot about the thing I was trying to complete and work on. All right, let me save this real quick here. let me save this, and then we need to go back and do a thing, because I completely forgot about that sub assignment I told myself I was going to do. Yeah, I completely forgot about doing that. All right, so we need to go over to 23,475. All right, so I gotta do 2 adjustments. 23,475. So I'll go here. So we need to go here and there, grabbing these 2. And then we're gonna turn these guys into smalls. Go down 1, down a point, and then change the size real fast. Yeah, I don't know why. I kept telling myself I was going to do this assignment, but I got distracted with myself on multiple occasions, actually. All right, and then we need to go over here to our other... Nope, wrong letter. Tough wave. And then mini. And then just need to simply say block island, not too hard. All right, let's do that. Yeah, I don't know why I was so bad about that. I literally told myself, oh, I'm gonna do this exact design. All right, do this, and then block island, and then pretty much, yeah, that's all we got to do there. It's not a bad time. Although I don't know why the don't know why there's been a bunch of things going on lately. All right, and then shape, leave. Cool. Have a good time, Vibes. Thanks for being here. I can sleep well, and we'll hopefully catch you on the future streams. All right, go. Yeah, I literally. I'm so annoyed at myself. I should have done this assignment when I told myself I was going to do it, but I decided to be a brat and do another thing. So. Okay. Good, done. All right, gotta do another thing here too. Let's see. 32. All right, so we gotta do a couple things here then. And then 151.5. And then... Oh, God damn it. Ah, let me adjust you, please. All right, and then double checking that guy there. Yeah, a couple of versions shown into the dialogue. And catch in there for the icon for the hack. Can we copy the full hexagon for the Sure thing, comma. I will get on that here in a moment. Okay. So we're gonna do that there, and then color clouds is set. Gonna just change up this guy real fast here. And then updated size. And then 23052. All right, so then we got to go animal boards. Is that one always been small? And then painted crab. Which one is this? Oh. So they want that design, and then they also want animal boards crab. So these two, interesting. What in the heck happened here? When has this been too small? All right, and then you are at, oh good God almighty. Yeah, definitely a bit on the small side, that's for sure. What in the hell? Have we ever done a modified version of this design? So what I'm currently griping about right now, chat, is one of the biggest problems that we've had this year is we've had to decide to change up all of our designs to be of a different size profile, which unfortunately has kind of screwed the pooch in a bunch of ways, because like we have so many designs that are of old sizings and thousands upon thousands of files that will have no hope of ever being adjusted completely. We've unfortunately had to do a whole bunch of change ups and adjustments to everything, which really sucks. Honestly, it really does suck, because I can't really explain to you like how annoying it is having to attemptively fix all this work. And what's up, Box? Good to see you. Welcome in. And unfortunately, it's a situation that has come to a bit of a come down to a bit of an issue. So unfortunately, I have to attemptively see about making these adjustments myself. So that's just the way the news goes, man. Like it's entirely how the news goes. So all right. I do Fallout 1 because I don't play it. Damn. All right. So we're going to try it at 155.5. I mean, it is a circular design, yes, but like erg. 2.1y by 1.6. I could probably change the height to be something better, like but then that would turn this thing into a massive stick. Oh, good God. Nope, not inches, not inches. No, I do not want 151 inches. Oh my God. My word. All right. 151.5 points. So that puts it at around 2.6 wide. That is a little intense. All right, so we're gonna go over here to 151.5 points again. All right, so with that situation involved, Now, eventually, if it wants to process through and let me have what I want. Why? What? What the H? I did not. Points. Why did you change? Why did you change immediately after I just made the adjustment? Hello? All right. So. Okay. You would delete normal Minecraft. Crazy. That's wild. All right. So now we're going to do that. Oh, biscuits. Really? Don't tell me you're going to do this to me. Why? Ugh. That does not help me at all. All right. I hate Minecraft. What good is there in building a mansion out of differently colored blocks? Well, you know, I think Minecraft is it's just the simplicity of it all, but also the creativity aspect behind Minecraft is what has allowed it to be such a revolutionized game. I think that's what kind of changes it up. It's like, it's a very, very, very appreciated game because of its simplicity and of its ability to allow everyone to be able to have fun with the game, regardless of whether you're at your skill level, you know? All right. So now we're gonna lock that away. Delete. Delete. Go over here. And now we're gonna go over here to the width of 151.5 points. Why did that work the first time? Hello? Oh, wait. All right, and then 151.5 points. Awesome, nothing got changed. Love it. Don't know why Corpus Christi went kapoof, but you know what? We're not gonna. I'm not gonna fight it. You know, I'm just gonna say, all right, good enough. All right, so that takes care of that. Boom, and then we go size increase over here. All right. So yeah, 151.5 on the width. Height's a little bit less, but it's pretty damn wide, honestly. So that should more or less take care of the problem. And then again, that's the right size. Okay. All right, let me go over here to painted crab. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. But then I gotta change the freaking master file. Updated size. And then animal boards. Which I don't know, like, do we really? Hold on. Euro oval. Did we ever change the minis on the Euro ovals? We did. Let's see. So, looking at 2.4 on the width for that versus 1.8. So we need to increase this dang thing by a pretty substantial size. So like 2.45 inches maybe. 2.4 by 1.8. That's, I mean, genuinely overall not bad. It's got about the same size, give or take. So all right, let me do a slight change up here. I think we're gonna match the height of 115.8. I think that's gonna do us just fine. So we're gonna go over here. Boom, pixel, hiya. Really, that was that much of a difference? Jesus. All right, so we're gonna go back down to 120 over here. And we need 115.8 for the height. And we're gonna go down about 2 points here because it's a bit of a thicker style. 115.8. All right, 115.8. Okay. All right, so we're gonna put that away there for now, and then animal board. But now we gotta update every single animal board. Balls, that's gonna suck. Man. Like that actually blows. That 100% blows. And like, I don't know like how to put that into words. Like, that's just gonna 115.8 points. That's gonna blow so much. That's gonna suck. Okay. Well, I mean, is it gonna be hard to do? No, it's just it's a new wave of tediousness, unfortunately, and that's not what I want to see. So, all right. So I guess we're gonna do what we can here. Go ahead and just duplicate this real fast. $2026 size. PM. Ugh. That's gonna suck. Okay. The reason why I say it's gonna suck, chat, is because like this design that we have to make new changes for is all of a sudden just gonna be very do not use archived. There's a lot of variations to this design and it's annoying to make. So I'm gonna have to be inventive about that. So yeah. Again, not looking forward to that. But it's fine. We'll make it happen, make it work, and just try our best here. All right, and then we're gonna go here to the perf cut. Done. Okay, so now this, that, boom, save, and then we're going to apparently that's not what's gonna happen. Okay. All right, and then 2026 size mini.pm, and then we're gonna grab you. Boom. All right, now I do need to make sure this design that I just made is gonna actually be functioning and proper. Oh, you punk, you actual punk. All right, 115.8 on the nose. Yes, okay. So that one is correct. So this is the one. This is the one that needs to be done. All right. PM 2026 size. Oh, lordy, lordy, hallelujah. They're just normal games. I mean, Dark Souls is, to be fair, a more challenging game for the average individual in person. And also, it's just it's got a bunch of fun things about it, you know? Like, every game is a normal game, but like, when it comes to like the story, the challenge, the concepting behind it, like that's what makes people want to be hyped about certain games, you know? It's less of whether or not they're like quote unquote basic, but yeah. All right. So yeah, Floribama. And then again with this thing over here, 151.5. Okay. All right. Nope. Updated side. The only good game is Warframe. Nothing else compares. Damn. But it's just Warframe. It's just a normal game. No. All right. Let's see those adjustments. If you can run a size test on the crab board and painted crab, comma, that awful. Since those ones are just gonna be a little bit on the, I'll make a note to update all the board minis. Oh, biscuits and gravy. Okay, well, so we need to do update panel board minis. That needs to be done. In one game that compares to Warframe, World of Warcraft, most MMOs, like they're like Warframe is a fantastic game, don't get me wrong, but like, you know, every game has like their appreciation and their big hype around them, you know? I mean, for a lot of people, like, people don't like Warframe because they deem it too big and too sporadic, you know? Ah, the hair. All right, we're gonna put a hold on that guy for now. All right, a quick little adjustment here. All right, gotta do a thingy real fast. Brother, World of Warcraft is pay to play. How on earth do you enjoy that? I mean, yeah, it's pay to play, but like the experiences of what you get to do in World of Warcraft is insane. Like, just because a game is free to play does not mean it's good. You know? Just because a game is not pay to play doesn't mean it's a fantastic game, you know? Like I played World of Warcraft religiously for years. I played World of Warcraft religiously for years and had a fantastic time with that game. Because like World of Warcraft gave me so many insane moments as a streamer, as a person. So yeah. There's a lot of bits there. All right, 23, 4, 63. Hello. Meow. What do you want? Now, what the hell was that? Cat, you are choosing the worst way to get on here. Good God. She's over like just like tripping on my cables, like girl. Ah. Thank you. You have a lot of stuff on your nose. If I had a paper towel, I'd clean your nose right now, but you don't have much of anything. Oh no, he's hot. All right, and then 23, 4, 63. Now, 64. 464. All right, so we gotta go around and change on this. Was the hexagonal beehive just for American dog? American dog? Question mark? Or did you want all beehives with that style? All right, we're gonna grab the bandana dog real fast. I guess it's lunchtime. All right, chat, just because today's workload is gonna be a bit more focus requirement, we're gonna go ahead and take a regularly scheduled break today. Hi, Grapeseed, good to see you. Sorry to be coming in right at the butt end of the stream today, but we will be doing another night stream tonight. I don't know. I do not know yet what we're gonna be playing. I'm low-key, random thing. I might play Sea of Thieves. I don't know. I've had like this like weird like back of my brain idea. And it's the But yeah, guys, like I said, we'll be doing some art. We'll be doing some more gaming later tonight. The goal is potentially, at the very least, it's going to be at least either Sea of Thieves or it's going to be back to more Warframe again. I'm going to try to do some editing here later today and just going to have a nice time there. So again, guys, thank you guys all for being awesome individuals. Thank you guys all for being great people. With, of course, the gaming streams, we'll be back to being our VTuber model because models for gaming and all that good jazz. But again, guys, be awesome, be amazing, be well. I'll catch you guys all on the next stream. But as always, though, and forever, adios, sayonara, and have a great night, everybody. See you guys all on